Okay guys, so today let's have a look at the celebrity of meme coins, Shiba Inu. Now, just recently, they had a hacking incident which occurred with their native token, the Bone token. It is a part of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. This Bone token actually is very important because it's also used for gas fees on Shibarium. So whatever occurs with this token will affect Shiba Inu greatly. So let's quickly try to go through and get like a basic understanding of what had taken place here. We have this writer here, Jasper. He said that the team has reactivated Shibarium following an exploit that temporarily shut down its bridge to Ethereum. The incident involved an attacker who used a flash loan to acquire a large amount of Bone tokens, gaining control of most validator keys to submit fraudulent checkpoints. In response, developers initiated an emergency shutdown, and over a 10-day period, a security firm, Hexsense.io, implemented fixes. The team recovered the 4.6 million Bone tokens and rotated validator keys. Security upgrades were also applied, including blacklisting suspicious contracts, consolidating RPC endpoints, and increasing withdrawal delays. The team decided against a bounty for the attacker, citing malicious intent, and is developing a plan to reimburse affected users. So this was a very big hack, guys. This was a big deal. So it affected not only the price of Shiba Inu, but it greatly also affected the price of Bone. As you can see here, the price of Bone has been nosediving. This for a coin that its all-time high was around $41 is currently incredibly low at 13 cents. Yes, guys, this hack has tremendously affected the price of Bone, which basically put it at, in my opinion, it puts it at a deal currently. Considering where this coin is going to go in the future, guys, this coin, I imagine whenever that run for Shiba Inu comes, this coin is going to go into the hundreds of dollars easily. This Bone token, guys, there's only 250 million Bone. You see, and like I said, its all-time high was around 41 bucks, and it hasn't even seen any significant, Shiba Inu on a whole hasn't even seen any significant bull run ever. The last time Shiba Inu has seen a bull run or a pump was back in 2021. It went up to 408, and that's like nothing in comparison to where it's going. So I'd say this Bone token here is a deal. And this is all in my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. But you guys can also let me know what you think. You know, do you think that this is a deal? Look at its chart. Look at it, guys. It's been nosediving ever since. Even for quite a while now, because this is its chart history. The entire chart history for Bone token. So yeah, guys. Shiba Inu or Bone, the Shiba Inu ecosystem has recently gone under attack, just like many other tokens. It seems to be like the season for attacks, like hacks, because we've received a lot of that lately on a large number of tokens. I wonder why that is. Does somebody know something, what these coins are about to do in the near future? But yeah, guys, that's what occurred, you know. They've just recently gone under, and they're still dealing with it. And this is what's been affecting the price. Now let's check it out here on the on Bitmart exchange. So this is Shiba Inu on the weekly. There you can see it. It is on the weekly, guys. And here it looks literally like it has formed this giant, look at that, giant triangle. If you can see it, it has formed this giant triangle, guys. And actually, first of all, before we get into that, if you can see right here, after it has gone through all of this price movement, this fluctuation, you see this? And then it's leveling out. That's why I said that Shiba Inu is preparing for an explosive move, guys. Yes, I'm used to this kind of price movement right here in the markets. And I know what it means. I've seen this like 1,000 times. It has been consolidating, winding up in preparation for a very big move. You see? But as far as the triangular shape, it is actually, guys, whether you believe it or not, it's actually a bearish pattern. This triangular shape that it has here on the weekly is actually a bearish pattern. Yeah. Let's see if I can draw it out so you guys can see it. It's not going to come out perfect. Whoa, what kind of triangle is this? Anyhow, so there's a giant triangle, right? And this pattern is actually bearish. As you guys can see here on the screen, it's usually a bearish pattern. Now, personally, I don't see, like I said, it's either going to be an explosive move to the upside or an explosive move to the downside. Now, personally, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. Unless Bitcoin have a very huge, a very big drop to the downside, and then starts to consolidate for a while, for a minute, for a period of time, unless Bitcoin does that, I don't see any significant pump coming for Shiba Inu imminently. You see, Bitcoin would have to drop, have a very big drop, and then starts to consolidate and have some of that liquidity that's in Bitcoin shifting to Shiba Inu. You see, that's how it would have a pump currently. Now, prophetically speaking, we all know that Shiba Inu will first crash to zero before it has that big pump to $1. I know this, you see. And I've mentioned before in a recent Shiba Inu video that I shared a revelation that a brother had shared, that Yah showed to him that Shiba Inu would have a pump, not the pump, not the pump to $1, not that pump. Shiba Inu would have a pump, and afterwards it would have the big crash that would come with the Bitcoin crash. You see, and the question was this that pump that he saw, this pump right here, that went up to 404, up here, 404 something? We don't know. We can only speculate, because it doesn't have to be that pump that he saw. That pump probably, it could still be on its way. We could still have that small pump before the crash to zero for Shiba Inu. And yes, it will crash to zero, as I and many others have seen for myself. I've seen it crash to zero, guys. You see, both me, Yah showed both me and a sister Shiba Inu crashing to zero on the same night. Someone that I didn't even know. So I know for a certainty that Shiba Inu will crash to zero. I watched it. It was crashing in stages. It crashed, consolidated, and then crashed again, consolidated, and continued to crash. And in that dream, I was worried about buy orders, because whenever it reached to or near the bottom, if you didn't have any buy limit orders, you wouldn't catch the lower prices. So I was concerned about that in the dream, but actually had beforehand went in and placed in some low buy orders for Shiba Inu. And I also advise you guys to do that as well. So yeah, guys, personally, this is for me. You guys can decide which steps you're going to take, because we all know that this is the celebrity of meme coins. We all know the prophetic price points for this coin. We know that it's going to do well, and God's going to use it to bless a lot of people. But personally, myself, I'm not interested in any kind of small pumps that it may make right here. No, no. I've been carefully paying attention and watching this coin based off of what Yah has shown me in several different revelations concerning this coin and the big moves that it's going to make. I'm watching for a specific move for Shiba Inu, and that is that move where it goes to $1. And from my understanding, that won't occur until it crashes significantly down to 8, 9, and 0. It crashed down to nothing, to absolutely zero, where it had absolutely no value at all. So I'm waiting for that big crash, which I believe will occur whenever Bitcoin starts to crash hard. It will crash alongside Bitcoin. So that is what I'm waiting for specifically. So I'm going to be setting low limit buy orders for Shiba Inu. That is my strategy. For I intend to scoop up a lot at the lower numbers in preparation for that big move to $1 and over that I know for sure, for 100% that is coming. So that is my strategy. Like I said, this formation that I'm very familiar with, it's indicating a very big move that is coming. Now, I don't know if it's first going to crash, neither do I know if it's going to go up first. All I know and I can tell you is that a big move is getting ready to occur here. You see how it's winding up and leveling out? A big move is coming for Shiba Inu, guys. It's either going to blast off to the upside or it's going to crash significantly. And I can't tell you, like I said, I can only judge for myself. I'm not an advisor. I'm not a financial advisor at all. You see, I think based off of dreams, I once had a dream of Bitcoin going up to $133,000. In that dream, and even in reality, I was holding Shiba Inu at that time. So in that dream, I saw my Shiba Inu on my exchange in the dream. And I was surprised. I was even confused because while Bitcoin was at $133, it hadn't done anything. It hadn't pumped at all. It hadn't done anything, along with several other coins. So I was very, very confused. And this was almost 2 years ago. And look at what we're seeing here. Bitcoin's almost at those numbers. It just pumped up to 125,000. And this coin hasn't moved. You see. Why? Because Bitcoin is sucking up all the attention in the markets and all of the liquidity. And so the same thing applies as I've said it with also XRP and several other coins. Until Bitcoin tumbles significantly, these coins will not pump because the liquidity has to shift from Bitcoin into these coins. That's when they're going to pump. So personally, I don't see this coin making any big moves. Of course, it's possible it could have a pump. You see, it could have a pump, but the bigger moves that goes up to like 1 cent, 10 cents, and $1, I honestly don't see that happening until Bitcoin crashes significantly. You see, or we get some kind of major catalyst. Even a major catalyst for Shiba Inu wouldn't send it up to the 1 cent area. That's not enough. Not burns or any kind of big news. It will take Bitcoin. It will take Bitcoin crashing and those trillions of dollars that has been poured into Bitcoin, pouring into the altcoin and the meme coin market to push Shiba Inu up to those numbers, those prophetic numbers, the higher ones. So guys, there it is. It's pretty obvious, very obvious. A big move is coming on Shiba Inu. I've just brought this to your attention so that you guys know. You will have to decide what steps you're going to take. I know what steps I'm going to take. But one thing is for sure, you see how it's been doing nothing? This is on the weekly, guys, for weeks. It hasn't really been moving at all for many weeks, even months now. Why? Because it's gearing up. It's getting ready for a big move, guys. And like I said, it could be to the upside. It could be to the upside, even heading towards its all-time high. It could. Because even if it does that, it could fulfill prophecy as well. Because the brother had shared that Shiba Inu went on a pump before it went on to crash down to zero in the Bitcoin crash. The thing is, we don't know if that was the pump he was talking about, we all prophesy in part, or if it's a pump that is yet to come. We don't know that. But like I said, personally, I'm not interested in that pump, even if it's going to make that small pump. I'm interested in the pump that goes to $1. And we know that before that pump comes, it crashes first to a zero. So that will be my strategy. That's the strategy that I'm going to take. There you have it, guys. Yeah, so I just wanted to share this so that you guys may be aware, and take whatever necessary steps that you want to take concerning this coin. Because I've seen it whenever it's pumping up to 0.004 and the excitement surrounding this coin. And I'm going to tell you all this right now, based off of that vision as well and what I felt. All of us, even every one of us that are watching right now, we're going to be in this coin. Or whichever way that it works out, we don't know. But I know this because I saw it. Every single one of us that are watching right now, that are interested in this coin and plans to invest in it, or whether you're in it now, all of us are going to be blessed by this coin. Every single one of us that are listening, every single one of you guys that are listening to this right now, I saw it. I experienced it. We're all going to be excited. We're going to partake in the blessings of this coin. This coin is going to rise and bless every single one of you guys that are under my voice. The whole of us. I don't know about other coins, but as for this coin here, Shiba Inu, it's going to bless every single one of you guys that are interested, that are into crypto, and you're a part of the Shiba Inu army and you love Shiba Inu. Every single one of you guys, this coin is going to bless you. You're going to make money from this coin. How do I know this? I'm not prophesying blindly. I experienced it. I saw it. The entire Shiba Inu army that held Shiba Inu, it's going to bless you guys. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That's all I think I'm going to share concerning this very short discussion on Shiba Inu. Let's watch it, guys, and see what occurs and position ourselves to take advantage. So, you guys, please take care. Shalom. Until next time.